Hi students, welcome to my channel Doctor's Physics, and in this video we are going to study about the projectile motion. Now what is a projectile motion? Everything we will see on the problems in this projectile motion. We will start the class from the basics and slowly will increase the level. By the end of the video you can solve any type of problems in these models. Confirm, 100% guarantee. Please watch the video till the end. Okay, you will get the very good problems at the last only. Okay, fine, we'll start the class. And before starting this projectile motion, you should be very thorough with the vertically projected body. If you are very good with this vertically projected body, you will see in this one dimension of motion. Please have a look on it. You can solve nearly 80% problems in this projectile motion easily. The concept of vertically projected body and the concept in the projectile motion both are nearly same. If you are good with that, you will be very good with this. We will start the class. Projectile motion. Okay, before starting this projectile motion, we will see this. A body is vertically projected with a velocity u from the ground. Now, the body will reach a certain height to the maximum height, and here the velocity becomes 0. As the body is moving up, the velocity gradually decreases. Why the velocity gradually decreases? Because the acceleration due to gravity is acting downwards. The acceleration due to gravity is acting downwards. Therefore, the velocity as the body is moving up, the velocity gradually decreases, and at the maximum height, the velocity is becoming 0. And now this height is known as maximum height. Now, how can I find this maximum height? V square is equal to u square plus 2as. Now, what is the final velocity at the maximum height? 0. What is initial velocity? U minus 2gs. Now, what is why I wrote minus? Because the acceleration due to gravity is along negative y-axis downwards, therefore I should take minus. Therefore, what is S? S is equal to u square by 2g. This S is nothing but the displacement. What is the displacement? Is nothing but the maximum height. Therefore, the maximum height of the body is u square by 2g. That means the vertical velocity square by acceleration to gravity. Okay, well done, good. Now, what's the time taken by the body to move from here to here? That is time of ascent. V is equal to u plus at. At the maximum height, the velocity is 0. Initially, the velocity is u. What is the acceleration? The acceleration acting downwards. Therefore, minus g into t. Therefore, t is equal to u by g. That is nothing but time of ascent. The time taken by the body to move from ground to the maximum height. Now, what's the time taken by the body to reach from the maximum height to the ground? It's both are same. Already we have seen that. Therefore, nothing but time of descent. Therefore, what is the time of flight? Time of ascent plus time of descent, to go up and to come down. Is nothing but 2u by g. Vertical velocity 2 into the vertical velocity by g. Okay. Now we start the projectile motion. Remember this. Okay. Okay. Now we will see the projectile motion. Vertically projected means I am projecting the body at an angle 90 degrees, like this. The angle between the horizontal is with the ground is 90 degrees. The projectile motion means I won't project the body with 90. I will project the body with an angle between 0 to 90 degrees. Whenever I am projecting the body between the angle 0 to 90 degrees, then it is a projectile motion. Now like this. This is the ground, and I am projecting the body with a velocity u, making some angle theta. And this theta has to lie between 0 to 90 degrees. Okay, well and good. Now, along the horizontal direction, what is the velocity? U. Along the angle, it is u cos theta. Along the other angle, other side, it is u sin theta. Okay, I am assuming this one has x-axis and this one has y-axis. X, y. Now, what is the acceleration along y-axis? What is the acceleration along y-axis? Y-axis. The acceleration is nothing but the acceleration to gravity that is acting downwards. Therefore, acceleration along y-axis is minus g. And what is the acceleration along x-axis? Along the x-axis, the acceleration is 0. If the acceleration is 0, what is the meaning? If the acceleration is 0, the velocity won't change. That means in the horizontal direction, the velocity won't change at all. And now the acceleration in the y direction is minus g. That means as the body is moving up, the velocity gradually decreases. Once the velocity is gradually decreases, it reaches the maximum height, and then as it is coming down, the velocity gradually increases. If how the body will be, because of the horizontal velocity, the body is moving like this, and because of the vertical velocity, the body is moving vertically. Therefore, when I combine the motion will be like this. This is the projectile motion. Okay, well and good. Now the distance between the starting and ending point, this distance is known as range. And at a particular point, the vertical velocity is 0. At this particular point, the vertical velocity, what is the vertical velocity? The vertical velocity is 0. Why the vertical velocity is 0? As the body, initially the vertical velocity is u sin theta. As the body is slowly going up, because of the negative acceleration, the velocity gradually decreases, and some particular height, the velocity is 0. That is nothing but the maximum height. That means this is the maximum height. H max. Okay, well and good. This is H max, and this is nothing but range. And now, assume at some time t. At some time t. Now the body is somewhere here. This is the body. Assume the body is moving like this. At some time t, the body is somewhere here. Now, what is x distance traveled by the body? What is the x distance traveled by the body? Say me. The distance in x axis. What is the distance traveled by the body? It is x. In y axis, what is the distance traveled by the body? This is y. Everyone will accept that the coordinates of this are nothing but x comma y. Okay, well and good. Now I want to find these coordinates. I want to find the motion of the trajectory. Now, what is the distance traveled by the body in x direction? Because of the horizontal velocity, the body will travel in x direction. The u sin theta won't do anything along horizontal direction. Only because of u cos theta only the body is traveling horizontally, and the acceleration is 0. That means the body will travel with a constant velocity. Therefore, after some time t, what distance traveled by the body in x axis? This is u cos theta into t. That means at some particular time t, the body is travel this much of x distance. And at the same time, what is the distance traveled by the body in vertically? This much of y. Now, what is it? S is equal to ut plus half at square. I am taking a y direction. Therefore, sy is equal to uy plus half ayt square. Now, what is the distance displacement traveled by the body vertically? Initially, the body is around here. Now, what is the displacement traveled by the body vertically? This much. How much? That is nothing but y. Y is equal to, what is the initial velocity in y direction? The body is moving up because of only vertical velocity. If there is no vertical velocity, the body won't move vertically. Point is clear? If vertical velocity is u sin theta into t plus half, what is the acceleration? The acceleration in vertical direction is acting downwards. Therefore, minus g t square. Now, from here, what is t? Y is equal to u sin theta. Now, what is t? T is nothing but x by u cos theta. Now, keep it here. X by u cos theta minus half g t square. Therefore, x square by u square cos square theta. Therefore, finally, what you will get? U cancelled off, sin by cos is tan. Therefore, y is equal to x tan theta minus gx square by 2u square cos square theta. 2u square cos square theta. That is the word. That is the equation of the trajectory. At a particular displacement x, horizontal displacement, the x coordinate is x, and the y will be this much. If x is equal to 3, then what will be the y position? The y will be, just keep the x is equal to 3, you will get the y. And now, one more thing. Here the y is directly proportional to minus x square. Whenever the equation is directly proportional to x square, then what is the graph? The graph is a parabola. And now, one more thing. The parabola has to be upwards, like this. But the parabola is now downwards. Why it is downwards? This graph represents me y is directly proportional to x square. When the coefficient of x is positive, then it is upwards. When the coefficient of x square is negative, then it will be downwards. I think it is clear. at a particular position x, the y will be this much. Therefore, this is the equation of the trajectory, and y is directly proportional to minus x square. Therefore, it is a parabola, downwards parabola. I think it is clear. Now we will find what is the maximum height and what is the range, what is the time of flight. Everything we will find now. Okay, now see here. Now I told you in vertically projected, what is the time of ascent? U by g. Now what is the time taken by the body to reach from here to here? Say me. What is the time taken by the body to reach from here to the maximum height? The body is moving vertically only because of vertical velocity. At the maximum height, the vertical velocity is 0. Therefore, v is equal to u plus at in y direction. Therefore, what is the final velocity in y direction? 0. What is initial vertical? Initially, what is the vertical velocity? U sin theta. What is the acceleration in y direction? The acceleration in y direction is not upwards, it is downwards. Therefore, minus g into t. What is the time? U sin theta by g. U by g, here u sin theta by g. What is common? Vertical velocity by g. Here also vertical velocity by g. What is vertical velocity? U sin theta by g. That is nothing but time of ascent. What is the time of descent? The time taken by the body to move from here to here is exactly equal to the time taken by the body to move from here to here. Therefore, the time of descent also will be u sin theta by g. Now, what is the time of flight? The time of flight is nothing but time taken by the body to move from here to there. That is total time of flight. What is the time of flight? Time of ascent plus time of descent. That is nothing but 2u sin theta by g. That is the time of flight. Now, they told to find the maximum height. How can I find the maximum height? What is the maximum height? Do you remember this? U square by 2g. Because of which velocity the body is moving vertically? That is u. Here, because of which velocity the body is moving vertically? The body is moving vertically because of velocity u sin theta. What is the maximum height? The maximum height reached by the body is u sin theta whole square by 2g. That is nothing but u square sin square theta by 2g. That is the maximum height reached by it. This is the maximum height. This is the maximum height. Maximum height is given by the formula u square sin square theta by 2g. Now what is the range? This is the range. No, this is the range. No, because of which velocity the body is moving horizontally? The body is moving horizontally with the velocity u cos theta. There is no acceleration. If there is no acceleration, then what is the meaning? The velocity is same everywhere. That means here the velocity, horizontal velocity is how much? U cos theta. Here horizontal velocity is how much? U cos theta. Here the horizontal velocity is how much? U cos theta. That means everywhere the horizontal velocity won't change. Only the vertical velocity will change like this. Here the vertical velocity is maximum. Here the vertical velocity is this much Vy. Here the vertical velocity is how much? Here the vertical velocity is 0. Here the vertical velocity is smaller value. As it is coming, the velocity gradually increases. Therefore, the magnitude will increase like this downwards. That means the vertical velocity will decrease and then increases. But the horizontal velocity is always constant. What is the range? Displacement. What is the displacement in x-axis? Displacement is equal to velocity into time. What is the velocity? U cos theta. What's the time? The time taken by the body to reach from here to here. In that time only the body is traveling from here to here horizontally. What is the time of flight? That is nothing but simply the time of flight. In this time of flight only the body is moving from here to here. Therefore, simply keep it u cos theta into what is the time of flight? 2u sin theta by g. Therefore, u into u, that is u square by g. 2 into cos theta sin theta. What is 2 into cos theta sin theta? Sin 2 theta. Therefore, the range? The range is nothing but u square sin 2 theta by g. That is nothing but horizontal velocity into time of flight. In this time of flight only the body is traveling from here to here horizontally. I have to consider the horizontal displacement, vertical displacement separately. I have to consider separately. Already I have seen in the previous videos. Okay, well and good. I got the time of flight, I got the maximum height, I got the range. Okay. Now we will see the next one. It's very important. Now what is the maximum height? The maximum height is u square sin square theta by g, 2g. Now what is the range? The range is u square sin 2 theta by g. Now what is the time of flight? The time of flight is 2u sin theta by g. That is the things we got. Now when the range will be maximum? When the range is maximum, say me, the range is maximum, u is constant, g is constant. When the range is maximum, at what angle the range is maximum? When the sin 2 theta is, what is the maximum value of sin 2 theta? Sin theta, the maximum value of sin is 1. Therefore, when the sin 2 theta is 1, then this will be maximum range. Therefore, 2 theta is equal to, when the sin will be 1, when pi by 2. If what is theta? Pi by 4. That is nothing but 45 degrees. That means at 45 degrees, that means when theta is equal to 45 degrees, then I will get the maximum range. When theta is equal to 45 degrees, I will get the maximum range. Okay, well and good. Now second point. I have projected body with some angle theta. Okay. Now I have projected another body with some angle 90 minus theta. One body with theta, another one with 90 minus theta. Now when it is theta, what is the range? Range R1. What is the range R1? U square sin 2 theta by g. When I project a body with 90 minus theta, now what is the range R2? U square sin 2 into, what is theta? 90 minus theta. That is 90 minus theta by g. Sin 180, that is nothing but how much? 2 into 90 minus theta is nothing but 180 minus 2 theta. Sin of 180 minus theta is nothing but sin theta only. Therefore, what is range R2? R2 is also equal to sin square u square sin 2 theta by g. That means R1 is equal to R2. Like this. That means if I project a body like this, is a velocity u, make some angle theta. Another angle I am projecting some angle like this. This what is this angle? 90 minus theta. The same velocity. The range will be same. For both the cases, the range will be same. That means one angle is 30 degrees, other angle has to be 60 degrees. That means if I project a body with 30 degrees and 60 degrees, the range will be same. Or if I project a body with 10 degrees and 80 degrees, if I project a body with 10 degrees and 80 degrees, for both the ranges will be same. I think it is clear. Okay. What about the heights? What is h1? U square sin square theta by 2g. Now here what is the height travelled? h2. U square sin 90 minus theta whole square by g. What is sin 90 minus theta? Sin 90 minus theta is nothing but cos theta. That is nothing but how much? U square cos square theta by 2g. Now what is h1 plus h2? h1 is not equal to h2. When it is theta, this is h1. When it is 90 minus theta, other one is, this is h2. Both are not same. That means h1 is not equal to h2. Therefore, what is the relation I can find between them? h1 plus h2. What is h1 plus h2? Say me. U square by 2g. Common. Sin square theta plus cos square theta. How much? Sin square theta plus cos square. Sin square theta plus cos square is nothing but 1. Therefore, h1 plus h2 is how much? U square by 2g. Therefore, when now the projecting the body with theta 90 minus theta, then the ranges will be same, but the maximum height won't be same. What is the maximum height relation? h1 plus h2 is equal to u square by 2g. I think it is clear. Now what about the time of flight? What about the time of flight? Even the time of flight also won't be same. Even the time of flight also won't be same. That means time of flight. One case is not equal to time of flight in second case. Time of flight won't be same, height won't be same. Only the range will be same when I project a body with an angle theta 90 minus theta. I think it is clear. Okay, well and good. Now, H max, that is u square sine square theta by 2g. What is time of flight? This is time of flight. Now, can I find the relation between time of flight and maximum height? Okay, I can find it. What is time of flight? What is time of flight? Just time of flight is nothing but u sin theta, 2u sin theta by g. Keep it here. What you will get? Same u square sine square theta by 2g. Right? I am multiplying with 4. I am multiplying with 4. Dividing with 4. Now how can I write this? 4. That is 2u sine theta by. I am multiplying with g and dividing with g. Okay. Now this g will come here. What you will get? G square. This is 2u sine square by g whole square into 4. 4 I brought here. Therefore the 4 will be only there. 2 is present, 4 is present. Therefore 1 by 8 into this g is present. This g came here. Therefore g. Therefore what I can write? 1 by 8 g time of flight whole square. The relation between the maximum height and the time of flight is h max is equal to 1 by 8 g time of flight whole square. Please remember this. These are very important. Okay, one more relation, last relation. What is the relation between range and height? What is the range? U square sine 2 theta by g. There is nothing but u square 2 into sine theta cos theta by g. What is the maximum height? The maximum height is nothing but u square sine theta whole square. That is nothing but sine theta into sine theta by 2g. Therefore, divide h by r by h. How much will get? U square will be cancelled out. One sine theta will be cancelled out. G is cancelled out. What is remaining? 2 cos theta by here sine theta by 2. To bring this 2 upwards. Therefore, 4 cos theta by sin theta is how much? Cot theta. Therefore, what I can write? 4 cot theta. Or I can write as 4 by tan theta. Therefore, what I can write? Send this one, h lesser than tan theta. This is therefore, r tan theta is equal to 4h. Very, very important relation. R tan theta is equal to 4h. I think it is clear. Just revise the video once again. And now I think this is enough. It's been half an hour and I will see the problems in tomorrow's class. Compulsory, I will be uploading the video tomorrow. Compulsory. I will be solving all the problems in the projectile motion. Okay? Take care. Bye bye.